Here's another one of the most popular questions that we ever get asked, because it's Mother Nature at its finest, right? The gobbler has hens with him, and we're coming in here and trying to interrupt things. And the question is, how do you handle a gobbler with hens? The best way to do that is to try and imitate, if you can hear the hens. Obviously, if he's with hens, if you know he's with hens, you can probably hear him. Try to imitate the hen. If you can get her talking and challenge her, I mean, the second that she calls, you got to be able to respond. Not 2 or 3 second delay, but the second that she calls, you right back on her with it. Try to imitate the exact same call and challenge her and try to get the flock moving that way. Then maybe you can pull him off, 40 or 50 yards out of that zone, but that's tough to do. But most of the time you're going to be challenging the hens, talking more to the hens, imitating them to try and bring them in. And then a lot of patience too, gobbler with hens. Let them go. If you can't talk him in, let them go. But remember that spot where he was strutting. They didn't gather there, and he wasn't strutting there just by chance. That's his strut zone. Let them walk off. Let the hens go. A lot of times the hens will go to nest, depending on what stage you're at in the breeding season. But go get into that stage. Sit down, 2 or 3 hours later, and just stay quiet. Let him come back to you. That's a real good way to handle gobbler with hens. And probably the best way to handle a gobbler with hens is do a lot of scouting. Locate other birds in your area. Find, where birds frequent a certain field or a certain logging road. Find other turkeys to hunt. If you have a gobbler henned up, the worst thing you can do, because there's going to be another day. You're going to have a day where he's not going to be with the hens, and hopefully you're there that day. But you can ruin that day by staying there and just pounding him with the calls. So do a lot of scouting, have other birds located, and just let him go. It's hard to do, if you only have a couple days to hunt, or if it's going to rain tomorrow or whatever, it's hard to leave him go. But the best thing you can do is leave him go, don't educate him, and try to find another hot turkey somewhere. Come back to him in a day or two. But if he's with hens, don't educate him, because they can really be educated quick.